Hello, how's everybody tonight? This is is Sunday. Um, we're right at the end of July. I think it's either the 29th or the 30th. I hate to look at the calendar today. I just got off of my 12-hour shift from the nursing home. Some things that was on my mind that I would like to share with you guys. Well, one is the well, let's first talk about what interesting thing that happened to me um, on the job this morning. I come in to work or go into work. Um, there's this patient that has been put in there. I guess he'd been there a few days before I come back on Saturday. He did okay yesterday. I mean, you could tell that he was dying. He just had that. If you've been in this business long enough, you can just look at a person and tell, okay, they're dying. Um, they're on their way out. So I knew that. Well, this morning he was very restless. He had cancer. He had lung cancer. Very restless and very discomfort. Just very in distress. I'm sure in his breathing, it just everything. He just had that look about him that he was just miserably hurting or in pain or couldn't. He was probably in so much discomfort and he was disoriented. He kept taking his oxygen off. He kept sitting on the side of the bed. So we kept going to check on him. And that one last time after I checked on him, the one last time before everything happened, I looked at him. He was looking off out the window he just had pure dread on his face. It's like, I just wish this would end. I'm tired of suffering. Look, you just know, as a CNA, nurse, or whatever, whoever you are, whatever you are in this field, you know that look on people's face, especially if you're a CNA, because you're right there with them. You're with these patients a whole lot more than the nurses are, the LPNs and RNs, and you know that look. So I left out of the room, walked down the hall, and as I walked down the hall, I said a small prayer for this man. I said, "Dear God, please give this man peace. Um, please do not let him suffer like this." I said the prayer, went on about my business, checked on other residents, patients in the nursing home, went to the restroom. Okay, while I was in the restroom, keep in mind where I was at. Okay, the restroom that I went in was the conference room. The conference room it used to be a patient's room, but they turned it into a conference room. Well, it's directly across from the hall where this patient is in the other big hall room, right directly across. I had the door shut in the bathroom, but it sounded like a door slam. And I thought to myself, well, somebody's unlocked this door. My housekeeping has locked this door to keep the CNAs out or keep us from coming in here. Okay, when I come out of that bathroom, I flush, wash my hands. Out of that bathroom, I look across the hall. Didn't see anybody in that bed. This man had gotten up and fell dead. All I seen was legs. So I motioned for the nurse, "Come on, he's gone. He's gone. Come on." I told the nurse. And I hollered out the aide that was working. I said, "Come on, April. Where are you, April? I need you." But I was more frantic than what I'm sounding right now because I knew this man was gone. So me and the nurse attempted to get him off the floor. And she said, we need April. We need April. So I went and I actually found April. So all three of them, I got the man's legs. They got the upper body. We put him off over in the bed. And as we put him in the bed, you can see the last little bit of breath that was in him expel out. It was just, you could see it in his mouth, like left kind of like that. But I don't know if it was my prayer that was answered, or was it a coincidence, or was it just his time? Well, we know it was his time, but did God answer my prayer that quick? Did He just take that man out of the misery that he was in? Um, but I do believe in the power of prayer. I believe that little prayer helped this man. I mean, he's just, I don't like to see anybody suffer. So he went on in. Um, it's just sad. Some other things that's on my mind is my food stand. I wanted to share these things with you because, as a CNA, we all have tried side hustles. Okay. Um, the one thing I want to say to you guys is do not depend on your local community for success. Your local community probably includes your family, acquaintances, co-workers, people that know you. Now, they have bought, but they're not going to be like a steady flow of customers. Um, and I haven't seen really any of my family, not one person other than my mom and my immediate family that's in the house with me and my son have bought anything. None of my cousins, uncles, aunts, nobody kin to me other than my immediate family has ate and bought food. So you can't really depend on these people for support. Okay, the first week it was okay. People came. Second week, people came. This week, this last week, I think I got like out of the whole week maybe 4 customers, 3 to 4 customers, and I was open 4 days. So next week, I'm probably gonna open just the days that I'm not gonna be working in the nursing home because I work 4 days. So I'll work tomorrow in the nursing home and Tuesday, 8 hours in the evening, and after that I won't go back until Saturday. Being that I will have to replenish everything, I can't just quit cold turkey and just run the food stand. I don't think it would be worth my while to do that because the money's just not there. I think it's because of who I am and where I'm at. I'm in a rural community. There's really nobody in modern day time in my local community has even tried this, what I'm doing. Um, so I am going to continue to stay in the food business, but I'm going to probably switch over to like making fudge, maybe 2 or 3 different flavors of fudges. Good with desserts. Maybe some cupcakes, um, cookies, and different kind of candies and stuff, homemade. And update that on my website. And see, stuff like this has a longer shelf life, and I'm not standing there um, all the time. Um, and I can still sell the stuff out of my food stand and um, complete order requests, whether it's abroad or local. So I think I would do better to take that approach instead of just cooking, working off a menu, or either cooking out of my house or however. I've tried both strategies, and if you, I don't know about yourself, but if you're waiting for your local community to support you when you're a private owner like I am, it's a uphill battle. You may be fortunate, you may not. It's just according to who you are, where you're at, and what you're coming up against. But I'm not gonna let that get me down. So, like I said, I'm gonna change my web store to reflect. Uh, and then too, fudge has a longer shelf life than say salads, because that's what's on my menu, salads. And um, I'm not looking at one right now, but I sell like salads, hamburgers, um, steak, french fries. I have 6 vegetable items, sides, and pork chops, stuff like that, fish plates, just stuff like that. And I'm having to replenish all of this stuff, um, every few days. And me working like I do, I'm not gonna be able to do it. So I think doing desserts like cookies and fudge and cupcakes, stuff like that, it will have a longer shelf life. And maybe I can build up clientele like that, not just here, but online, and even people miles and miles away from me. Um, I'll have to see the regulations on shipping like fudge through the mail or stuff like that, homemade goods through the mail. Because stuff that has to be refrigerated or kept cold, maybe you have to be careful with that when you're now cheesecakes and stuff like that. It's got to be It's only certain things that I will try to sell in the mail. Um, Cookies would be safe. Probably fudge. I don't know. I have to see what the regulations for cupcake for cupcakes, because certain cupcakes, the icing may melt, or the icing, it's got to be a certain way you can send those. Some things I have to sell locally, and then two, I was just thinking vending. I got an idea with vending, and I can stock on my own vending machine. But that's going to be on down the line. I don't have the money to, because a vending machine, I would need like a cold food vending machine. I could make my fudge, package it, put my credentials on there so they'll know where it came from, contact information and everything, and put it in the vending machine. I could do like 2 or 3 different flavors, like a variety pack. Set my price, put it in the vending machine, do my cookies, just sweet snacks in there. Um, I'm still thinking I would probably need a cold machine for this type of vending. Um, I guess I'll have to check into that. But for right now, I'm going to work off my web store and maybe stock my food stand with a few of my goodies, sweets, and sell them from there. Yeah, because to run a food stand the way that I originally started out with cook and serve, cook the order when they order it, that is a lot of work, because I've got a lot of dishes to wash. I was just tired Friday evening. I was working. I have another project that I'm working on around the house. I didn't get everything cleaned up, and I was just beat. And it's just not enough time in the day for me to get everything done that I needed to get done. But yeah, I'm just gonna change my strategy. And like I said, the vending is something I would like to add to. And like I said, I can make my own products to put in the machine. Uh, just be careful the certain ones that I put in there. It will consist of just the fudge and the cookies or something. The cake, I only do the cupcakes um, for for personalized orders or something, and then that's it. But the and really, I don't want a real big vending machine. Something just big enough to hold the uh, few items that it'll be like I said, mostly fudge and cookies, but homemade. They'll be all homemade. It won't be nothing. Really, it'll be a vending machine that's different than what. There's this one girl, and she gave me this idea, and she sells like eyelashes. You may have seen her on YouTube. She sells eyelashes in a vending machine in the mall, and I think she's worked her way up to 5 machines. And she does really good. She's up to 6 figures with her little business. Of course, I think she's got more than one venture going on. But anyway, yeah, yeah. I still am gonna stick with the food business. It's my little side gig, other than my full time job as a CNA. Like I said, I just want to encourage you guys. If one avenue don't work, try something different. Um, I'm not gonna just stop in the food industry because I've already built up my web store. I've got quite a few following on Facebook on my web page pertaining to my business, and a business name. I mean, I've already got it. I may have to change it a little bit, the direction of what it is, instead of saying it's home cooked meals or fresh cooked meals. Well, focus on it'll be focused on sweets and treats and stuff like that. Just sweets. If anybody asks me why did you change it, because people they'll ask you even though they don't come by anything. Well, why did you change it? I said, well, I'll just tell them. But no, I just wanted to give you an update. It was just a lot of interesting things, enlightenments that came to my mind today, and then about the incident with the guy passing away. Um, it just, I just wanted to share it with you guys, and I appreciate my new subscribers. It's not many of you guys. I think it's like 50 something, but hey, you're you're supporting me, so I wanted to give you an update of what's going on with me and what's going on with the food stand and my personal life as far as the food, as far as my job. I really don't get into my personal life too close, but I stay on point with what I'm here to tell you about, and that's about CNA World. So that's what's going on in my CNA world. And first and foremost, as far as my career, I'm a CNA, and even after I retire, I'll still be a CNA, regardless of what direction I go. I know some of you have hit me up and said I used to be a CNA. Well, I used to be one, and I still am. It's my bread and butter. I hate to admit that, but it is. Being a CNA is my bread and butter. Uh, most of, most of. One last thing I would like to say to you: no matter what you do, stay humble. Don't get high and mighty. I don't care what you got going. I don't care how many zeros is in your bank account. Stay humble. Stay like Jesus, and good things will happen to you. Learn patience. That's the one thing that I have learned over the years, to learn patience. I don't say I don't get anxious at times, but I'm not like I was maybe when I was 20, 25. So I'm 52 now, and I've learned to be patient, more patient, and not jump the gun on things. When, like the business venture that I just started, I could just get discouraged and just stop altogether, because nobody's buying. But again, if you, whatever business venture you have, you got to figure out how to make it work. And then sometimes things don't work. We have to accept whatever comes to us. But I tell you this, But one thing don't work, something else will. So you don't give up. You just keep going until you find that something else that works for you. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. Okay, you guys, you have a blessed day or night or whenever you see this video. Just have a blessed life.